Hello people, it's Michael here, casting for you another coaching match on Selnaga Caverns. This is part of the Mixed Fruit coaching cast, and some of the members asked me to make a video of some strong Terran versus Protoss strategies and tactics. So today I'll be showing you actually two matches, and this is first one. This was play on ladder. Peanut is my opponent, and we are both diamond players. And so, as you know, my favorite unit in all matchup is Helion, and of course I will be using them as well. And this is a slightly modified Aecoix Terran versus Protoss build with 2 starports, and well, I think slightly modified. I say slightly modified because it's not that I modified the build, but I don't do it pretty well like he does. So as you see, I didn't show you that, but I typed good luck, have fun on the beginning of the match, and my opponent didn't respond, so immediately I thought that he was going some cheesy tactics. I mean, it is a bit of stereotype, but whenever Protoss player doesn't respond with good luck, have fun, I suspect something cheesy is going on, because just in 80% of the situations it was the case. He was cheesing me, like building his warp gates here or something like that, but in this game that was not the case. But either way, I decided that I should just make sure that this probe goes away, and I followed it for a very long time to make sure just that it doesn't build any pylon or something like that. But nevertheless, I sent usual SCVs to scout, and my Protoss opponent was doing some standard things: gateway, cyber core, standard timing as well, so nothing out of the ordinary, while I was doing also standard things, so 10 supply, 12 factory, 13 gas, and 15 orbital command. So after orbital command is done, I did put my guys on the gas here a bit late. I forgot to saturate it, so I decided to build an extra depot earlier to spend that excess minerals I had, and of course, when you're going for some tech build, just place a bunker here. It just keeps you safe, and it makes you defend the 4-gate. And of course, also I saw his third pylon was built here in the corner, so I parked my SCV there. I expected that he will try to hide some buildings, for example a early Stargate, or additional gateways if he's going for 4-gate, or Twilight Council or Dark Shrine, whatever. His tech will be revealed there. My build was it is a standard 1-on-1 opening, same thing that you will do against Terran or such. Just don't add any add-ons before your starport is complete. Just pump out marines, and it provides you with solid defense. This bunker protects your marines, and for example, if your opponent goes Void Ray Rush, you should have like 8 or 9 marines, which should be more than enough to defend Void Ray Rush. And plus, these starports will be in time to produce any Vikings if you need them for defending against Void Rays. And so when your starport starts building, that's the time you should start building your gas. And I find it better to remember the build orders that way. Don't remember it like I don't know, 18 gas, 21 starport. I'm just saying the numbers randomly. Just make it a flow. When that finishes, I do this. When that is about halfway done, I do that, and so on. So that's the way that you will. It is easier to remember, easier to execute, and also there's less room for mistakes, and also if something makes you deviate from your build, for example your opponent like a zealot rushed you and you had to sacrifice some of your SCVs, then build orders by counting the just a second to say build orders by counting the SCVs. Well, it's useless. But I decided to pause here. So first 3 Helions you make, and you load them up in your medevac. As you can see, this was 6:57 that my drop was ready. Remember that my factory was a bit late, and that delayed my dropship, my medevac a lot. You want your medevac to be done around 6 minutes and 15 seconds, and that is the same time that your three Helions without blue flames should be finished. And I built a factory. I built a tech lab and removed factory and built another starport, and started training Banshees at my first starport while my drop was on the way, while my protoss opponent decided to expand. And also I added on tech lab on barracks and started producing some marauders just to keep me safe against large number of gateway units. I don't know if Protoss scouted me, but he did expect my drop, so photon cannon was just in time. So I actually didn't do much damage with this drop. I killed maybe 4 or 5 probes, not even that much. So in the unit's lost time, I killed 4 probes. That wasn't some damage dealt, but I saw that he went for static defense, and he had and also I saw that he has only gateway units. So I continued my standard thing, going for Banshees along with reactor on my factory for double producing Helions. And of course I decided to expand myself. Oh, again, that's my brother's telephone ringing. Just ignore it. So and also I scouted here. I didn't see this gateway, but I did see that he didn't have any hidden structures here. Well, I didn't scout this robo bay, the robotics facility. That could be dangerous, but when I saw that he has a static defense, I was pretty much sure that he didn't have any high-tech units like Colossi or Stargate units. And so I saw this probe wandering around, and I just placed this missile turret here just to prevent him to wander around freely. This was not for defense purposes, but just a bit to deny scouting, but he scouted me already, so that wasn't much of a use. And of course, use your fast moving Helions to scout the map and control the map. They're just well, I think they're faster than anything Protoss has on the ground, so just use them that way. Make use of their speed. And when you expand, add additional 2 barracks, so you should have 3 barracks, factory, and 2 starports. And of course you can modify it based on what's your opponent doing, but main force of your main strength of your build should be Helions and Banshees. Banshees are actually very, very strong against Protoss because as you can see, they are light unit, and stalkers don't do their full damage towards light. So Banshees do their full damage against stalkers because they are armored. So Banshees really do good against stalkers, and of course against any other units that cannot shoot air, like Immortals. And also I decided to drop down Ghost Academy because I scanned and I saw him go Immortals. So those ghosts against those hardened shields are just devastating. But I don't know if my ghost was ready before he attacked. Do I have any ghosts? No, actually I do not. And as you can see here, just let me back up a little bit before this battle began. Let's see in the army value, he was a little bit ahead, and supply-wise we were almost the same. And he was a bit ahead in the harvester count. So we were pretty much macroing the same way. But if you could see, his army looks a little bit scarier than mine is, and he does have his caster units, his sentries that can shift the tide of the battle. But you'll see what Banshees are capable of doing. Even so, I just had some marauders here and 6 Banshees. But also I had to sacrifice some of my SCVs. I moved them just to tank some of the damage, so that my marauders could live a little longer and do a bit more damage. So, and also only 2 Helions here, but Helions do a lot of splash damage, even though they do not deal their full amount of damage to those armored units, because his units are clumped up like this. That damage pretty much adds on. And also, I always say, Helions do have 90 hit points, so they too don't take full damage from stalkers, and they tank a lot of it, while damage dealers are staying alive and doing the actual damage. So you see, I didn't even focus fire, and you see how quickly his stalkers are melting to those Banshees. He had to pull back, and of course these force fields cannot stop Banshees from devastating them. And I see Banshee as a fighting unit, not much as a harassing unit. So you can use him in battles, and you can just see how much damage they do. You do not, I mean, I knew that my opponent has Robo and that he does have this observer, so there is no need to, there's no use